Inside a weldment part, you can use the weld bead feature to create the appearance of a weld. You can also represent these within drawings by using a weld table. And you can see the various welds I have added in before I create a drawing from this. So now I'll go ahead and create a drawing from the part. And I'll add in a back view. And I want to project off a view of the underside of the part. And I want to project off a side view as well. And I'll go ahead and align these. And then we'll go into the annotation tab and choose the weld table option. And you can select any of these views and click OK. And that'll create that table. We also have the option when creating the table of combining the same weld type as well as including any drawing annotations. So we can see we have two different weld sizes and the overall weld length. And from the drawing, if I go back into the weldment table part and come into the weld folder, I can change the properties of the weld. In this case, for example, I can set this as carbon steel and set the process to TIG and go back into the drawing, and that'll populate that property that I specified as carbon steel. And I can also right click and insert a column on the right and add the process as well, along with quite a few different options that can be added on the right. For example, the total welding cost, if I get that set up. But for now, I'll leave that as the process and shrink down the table a bit. Unfortunately, there's no easy way to identify the welds within the actual part. You can add weld symbols to the specific weld areas, or you can add notes, or one of the easier ways to do it, although this can get a little bit messy if you have a lot of welds, is to choose model items and turn off everything besides the weld symbol. And you can click on different areas. When you see the weld symbol next to the mouse, if you click on it, it'll add a weld symbol to that area. This can get a little messy, but it will give you all of the weld symbols. You could also do this individually. I'll go ahead and delete out this view and come back into model items and just go off selected features, and anywhere I see that weld symbol, I should be able to add in the weld symbols. This is something you'll have to play around with a bit. Sometimes it adds in all of the symbols and sometimes it adds in just one. But other than that, there's no easy way to label out each weld. But that's how you create a weld table and the weld symbols that go along with it.